It's really interesting to think that you're going to create an entire life based around a foundation of familiarity, but that foundation is not sustainable. And what I've been coming to understand about myself is that everything that I was going to create moving forward was going to be based around, it's like this. You're trying to, build the tallest building in the world, right? Your foundation is not cement, it's not concrete, it's not sustainable. It is instead feathers, right? It's not strong, it's not going to take you where you want to go. Basically, the metaphor that I'm trying to create here is this idea that when you try to build something based off of familiarity, it's either it either has to be sustainable and it's going to work because it is sustainable, or it's just comfort. And that's it. It's just what you've known. I remember the very first time that I ever stepped into a cold shower, and my body just like went into shock. And obviously it was the opposite of what I'd previously been familiar with, right? You step into a shower and it's usually warm or hot and it feels really good. It feels cozy. There's that comfort, that sense of familiarity. It's the same thing that keeps you, in bed in the morning when you wake up. Whatever those familiar thoughts and feelings are, it's cyclical. It just keeps you there. And what I've come to learn about myself is that, I'm not going to get into the logistics of what I've been through or anything, but when you have an opportunity to see yourself fully in fine detail for who you are, what what molded you, where you came from and everything, but then you also realize that none of that has anything to do with your potential, it literally changes the dynamics of things moving forward. It's like this, right? Coming from the time of the horse and buggy, right? Imagine somebody is in the time of the horse and buggy. They just get off the horse and buggy, right? No other technology exists, right? But then all of a sudden a Lambo flies up, right? And not only is it fast, but it's also it's an enhanced Lambo. It gets, for some reason, really good fuel economy, right? So you have an introduction to that. You see the potential, you see the possibility, you see the capability of this vehicle that can get you from point A to point B, and then you look back at the horse and buggy and you're like, oh, wow, okay. Well, to go back to that would be ridiculous. Let's take this rocket, it's just so interesting when you can see yourself for who and what you are fully in fine detail and shed everything that is not you. This is in part individuation, right? Letting go of everything, all of the layers, all of the masks, all of the stuff that never had anything to do with you, and moving away from that, separating from that. And it's so interesting how, I can't imagine that anybody in their right mind would have the audacity to go back to the horse and buggy. It's like cavemen, beating on things with sticks or with bones, and then seeing a rocket ship. Tell me you're not going to be curious about that rocket ship. You're not going to give a fuck about those bones that you're using to beat things with. No, that rocket ship that's going places. That's the center of attention. And there's got to be, if you're not going to take that route, there's got to be something that's pulling you in from this side that is strong enough. Because wow, to not go with that and to just stay there, that makes no sense.